Hey, I'm Jocelyn, an educator, culture coach, and most importantly, your friend on this journey to creating culture-centered classrooms. That's why I created my free Culture-Centered Classroom Success Kit, which will give you all the tips and tricks you need to create lessons that allow your students to feel affirmed, welcomed, and celebrated through instruction. You can grab this by going to customteachingsolutions.com/success-kit. Today I'm going to be talking about a book that I am absolutely loving. It is called The Book of Cultures, 30 Stories to Discover the World, and it's written by Evie and Nefelli. On the back it says 30 stories of buddies from different parts of our planet, specially created to take readers on adventures near and far. 120 pages bursting with intrigue, curiosity, and wonder. A picture book to explore the cultures of the world and embrace diversity. I am absolutely loving this book. It is the perfect resource to pair with any lesson that you have already created for geography, but then this is also a great resource to use maybe during like a morning meeting time. You can read one of the stories to your students and then ask them what are some of the similarities that they see between themselves and the buddy? What are some of the differences? How does that difference make that person unique and special, right? We definitely want to celebrate the differences because those are what make us unique and special assets in the world around us. So on the inside front cover, there is a map, and on the map there are 30 children and they are standing in 30 different countries, so you can see where all the stories will be coming from. It's a great visual for the students. And then on the next page, I have to read you this letter from the authors. It says, "Dear reader, one day we asked ourselves what the most beautiful thing in the world is. We searched far and wide, we looked under our beds and up in the sky, and after lots and lots of time, we may have found the answer. It's the world itself. The world with all its endless curiosities and wonders, the diverse realities, the different perspectives, and its 7 billion unique people. And the best part, no matter how much you explore, there will always be more. In this book, there are mere 30 stories of the billions out there, 30 stories of buddies from all over the globe, each opening their door for you to take a peek into their universe. Each story is only the smallest, tiniest glimpse into each buddy's life, country, and culture. We hope that our stories will spark your curiosity and inspire you to ask countless questions, discover, listen, or look around you with ears open and eyes bright. We hope that this book will be your first step into a never-ending, wonderful exploration of our planet. Are you ready? Off we go." So these stories of the 30 buddies, they are works of fiction, but they are based on real children, real experiences. And that's something that's important to point out to your students as well. So then on the next page, there are a list of all of the countries as well as the names of each story. So if you are pairing this resource with your curriculum, with lessons that you've already created for geography, social studies, etc., then you can very easily find the country that you may want to highlight for that particular unit. Now let's just flip through just a little bit. One of the things that I love, again, is that each of the countries is listed on the edges of the book in a different color. So this one is Japan, and the capital city they tell you is Tokyo. So there's lots of information. For each of the buddies, you first see their story, which you can read to your students and again point out some of the similarities and the differences, look at the pictures, maybe have them draw a picture so they can really visualize and connect to the story. And this young boy, his name is Koji. Then on the next page, we find out about some of Koji's favorite things. So what does he love to eat? He loves to eat sushi. What does he love to do? He loves to create origami. And then on the next page, there's an activity. So they've written down a number of Japanese words, and then there's a word search for your students to actually find those words in the word search. And let me share one more with you. This story is about a young girl named Zahara, and she lives in Tanzania. You can see the picture there has all those animals. This is a great opportunity to talk to your students about the animals that they recognize, and would they be able to just walk outside of their door and actually see all these animals? Maybe some of them would, right? But others would not. And so having them talk about what that experience is like or what it would be like is super cool. Then on the next page, there are Zahara's favorites. And one phrase that she loves is Hakuna Matata, which means no problem, everything is fine. What a perfect way for your students to connect to something that is familiar to them, likely, right? If they have seen the movie The Lion King, then this is a word, a phrase that they can connect to as well. And then there's also an activity to help them connect with Zahara and Zahara, and her culture as well. And then one more, there is the story of a young boy in Serbia. Again, the story, the pictures of young Simo, and then we have some of his favorites and the activity, which talks about clocks and time. So there are multiple ways to connect to the curriculum and the lessons that you already have to teach to really help to open up and expand the minds of your students and their perspective. Again, the Book of Cultures, 30 Stories to Discover the World. Now, you cannot get this book on Amazon at this current time, but you can go to www.worldwidebuddies.com and get this book as well. They have a number of resources that can go along with this. So there are maps and stickers, color books, there are some stuffed animals. They've got a ton of resources to help you really enhance the learning experience and make it even more dynamic for your students. Now, in addition to that, you want to go grab my free Culture Centered Classroom Success Kit, where you can get that at customteachingsolutions.com/success-kit to get all the secret sauce to creating the most dynamic lessons possible and have a major impact in the classroom like you've only ever dreamed of. Talk to you next time.